Recently, T.I. made some very harsh comments about women becoming the president of the United States. And I'm going to go ahead and read you guys a quote of what was said by T.I. It says, "Not to be sexist, I can't vote for the leader of the free world to be a woman," he said Monday on the Willie Wood Shuffle radio show. That's a crazy ass name. "Just because every other position that exists, I think women could do well. But the president is kind of like, I just know that women make rash decisions emotionally. They make very permanent, cemented decisions. And then later it's kind of like it didn't happen or they didn't mean for it to happen." It says T.I. suggested that women are not consistent enough in their decision making to lead America. In quotes, "And I sure would hate to set off a nuke," he said. "You ain't gonna be able to negotiate the right kind of foreign policy. The world ain't ready yet." T.I., born Clifford Harris Jr., said he believes a make-believe creature could go to the White House before a woman. And then it says, lately he apologized for his comments and said, "My comments about women running for president were insensitive and wrong. I sincerely apologize to everyone I offended." Now, when you come out and you talk about politics, you have to know what you're talking about. That's for one. And I always say that, it's nothing wrong with saying I don't know or I refuse to comment on certain things. Now, T.I. gets a lot of slack. A lot of people go at his head for his vocabulary, or a lot of times people think, he's putting on airs and everything. But actually, I think T.I. is a very smart guy. Even when he signed Iggy Azalea, I know a lot of people got issues with her, but I think that was a great business move because he was looking at that as, this is an audience that I can potentially make some profit from. And it's an audience that is being underserved. So like I said before, I think T.I. is a very smart guy. A lot of people don't give him his credit that he deserves. Now, if he had just came out and said, "I don't think Hillary is the president that we should be looking at as far as, even someone being a candidate or someone being put in that position," I would have ruled him on. I would have said, I agree with him because, I think a lot of people get kind of infatuated with the idea of things instead of being realistic. It was kind of the same thing with Obama. I think a lot of black people, we wanted to see a black president in office so bad, we didn't really ask this guy a lot of questions that should have been asked or even put a lot of demand that he does certain things for the black community. So, I think a lot of times people do get caught up in the perception of things and the imagery opposed to who's actually going to get things done. So, I would have been I would agree with him, if he had said that. But to come out and say that, I don't think women have the capability or, they're too emotional or, they make, crucial decisions under pressure or whatever that might not be correct simply off of because they're a woman, I can't rock with that because, hell, you got men out here that are just as emotional as women. Now, we do know, biologically, women tend to be a little bit more emotional, but that doesn't mean that a woman can't get the job done. If you look at corporate America nowadays, you got a lot of women who have these top positions that once were dominated by men. Okay, so, that time when, women are, supposed to be, just submissive and stay in the background, et cetera, and, just take, mediocrity, positions or titles, those times are long gone. Women are out here doing their thing. I don't know if, people are really noticing that, but hey, it's a lot of women out here that are doing the damn thing. You can't come out here and say that, oh, well, I don't think a woman should be the leader of the free world. And then you had Oprah come out, and TMZ is good for catching people and trying to stir a little commotion up and, get other people's opinion about certain things that might not even have anything to do with them. And they caught Oprah coming out of somewhere, some movie theater, some shit. And they asked her what she felt about T.I.'s comments. And, you know, she basically said, child, please, you know, I don't believe that, wah, blah, blah, blah. You know, she basically just, you know, dismissed what T.I. was saying. And, of course, Oprah Winfrey is a woman. Some would say, I would say, probably the most powerful woman, powerful people in America. But, you know what I mean, T.I. just got to watch what he says. You know, everybody's listening. Everybody is paying attention to what you're saying and what you're doing. And when you come out here, considering he has daughters, and you make comments like that, it's like, come on, man. You know, you got to think. You got to be logical about things. You know, he's talking about women being emotional and not looking at things from a logical perspective. But, hell, he wasn't. So, you know, I just think that, you know, T.I., he did the right thing by coming out and apologizing. You know, if he, like I said, if he would have just said, you know, Hillary, I would have rocked with him on that, because I don't think Hillary is somebody that we need to be putting into office. Giving some of the things she believes in, giving the history and what she did back when Clinton was in office. And a lot of people don't do their history. They just, you know, they say, okay, well, this is a woman. We want to see a woman in office. They don't really go back and do a background check on some of the people that we so-called idolize out here, we want to put in the position of power. Now, I know there's a lot of people out here, especially my black folks, who are not educated on how voting actually works. They saying, you know, I don't give a damn who's in office. I don't care. We need to do this, etc., etc. And I'm not saying, you know, you guys are incorrect, because I do think that there's a force that needs to be moved within the black community that doesn't have anything to do with politics. But a lot of people forget that politics play a big part in our progression. Politics will affect us whether you want to think so or not. And that's why it's important that we do get out here and vote. Now, I didn't sit back and watch, you know, the debate or anything like that. I was tied up with some other stuff. But I don't watch these debates to, you know, to feel good, or, you know, see who's gonna, you know, scratch my ass or whatever, or, you know, just give me lip service. I'm looking at who I need to vote for strategically to make my chances better, to make our chances better here in this country. And I think that, you know, black people as a whole, we have to start voting strategically and really vote. Don't vote against your economical interests, but also vote for who is going to make it easy for us to operate here in this country. And that's why I always say voting is important, whether you guys want to believe it or not. And a lot of you guys are just, you don't really give a shit. You're saying, well, I'm going to vote for Donald Trump or people like that simply because of, you know, certain comments they make, or because of the fact that he has this I don't give a shit type of attitude. But you guys are sadly mistaken. But that's a whole nother video. I don't want to get too off topic. But, you know, T.I., you know, watch what you say, brother. Watch what you do. Think before you speak, because people are out here listening, they're watching, and I know T.I. has a big female fan base. A lot of females, you know, like T.I., whether it's musically or for his looks. And when you come out, you say things like that, you're messing up your business, man. You're gonna have people backlashing you in a way that you've never seen before. So just, you know, people gotta watch what they say out here. But you guys give me your feedback, what you think about this. Whether you agree with T.I., or if you're one of those people who feel like women shouldn't be in no type of powerful position, like leader of the free world, or just give me your thoughts and your opinions. I'm out. Peace.